Mass production. Amazing. Now we go to cartography and we start to settle new cities with Dracones. Yeah, 6 population. Oh, it makes such a big difference. It's like, here's a city and now it's going to be pretty much on 100% immediately. Is that okay? And I'm like, yes, it is. Just having to actually chase around missionaries to make sure that we spread immediately. Actually, starting with 6 population makes this job impressively hard. We've circumnavigated the globe. I was actually putting that off for some time. I wanted to do that in the new era to get the era score overlapping. It worked. Well, Congress time, and I would love more trade routes. Send them to me. And should we say more grievances for Coupe? I feel like that's something everyone could get on board with. Here's Kilwa, by the way. 3 envoys when built, and most importantly, because I have 2 scientific city-states that I'm suzerain of, 15% science across my empire, adding to my Geneva bonus, and another 15% in this city. Coupe's not happy with that. Never mind. Oh, I get more grievances apparently. That seems fair. I probably deserve it. So 173 science per turn now. That's amazing. 1, 2, 3. This will give me 15% production towards settlers now. That's pretty cool. But the letter means I can go around all of my cities now. Just make sure that I have all of the cool infrastructure. It's a good way of spending this excess faith. Everyone, get in here. Give me what I need. Yes. City number 8. You know the drill. New city, new holy site. Plus 12, you say? Oh, go on then. Humanism. Oh, yes. We have a lot of fun on the way now. Still haven't changed off my government in a little while, so let's unlock monarchy quickly. I don't know if we're actually going to go monarchy. I think we might go merchant republic instead. 15% production towards districts is really, really big. Discount on faith purchasing is also pretty heavy with Reformed Church, but the 2 military policies, not into that. And I so rarely go merchant republic. I'm just doing this for Gothic architecture. Yeah, then we're going to go that way. We're just doing something a little different today. It's a fun game. It's got different strategies. We're just enjoying ourselves, and that is the whole point. So let's talk about my unique district or improvement. They are popped down with builders. They can go on rainforest or any of the grassland or plains tiles. It gives 2 gold and 2 culture. A little bit of extra culture later in the game. 2 gold if adjacent to water. Most importantly though, apart from giving defensive strength, they culture bomb adjacent tiles. I plan on doing a lot of culture bombing. I also like the idea of just getting obscene amounts of culture full stop. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my holy sites and start putting them around just to improve the yields a little bit, just a smidge. This, by the way, is how we make a big enemy of Scythia. She's not going to enjoy what we're about to start doing. Where to next? Now we've got cartography. I'm just industrializing and going to steam power as fast as I can. Railroads are always important in any game, but in this game, particularly important. Now, this is a 3 library and a university. Those buildings give me 6 science. On top of that, I'm getting 7, 8, 10, 12, and then another 2. So I should get 14 science from this, and then another 16, 18, 20 science overall. Let's see if that works. No, it was more than that. We got 30 science. That'll be the happiness bonuses. But yeah, Newton's starting off strong. So here we go. It's on a rainforest. It's by water. Wha-bam. Beautiful. It's perfect. Oh yeah, look at those yields. Oh, and I can spam them around my holy sites because they don't remove the rainforest as well. That's the best bet. Love it. We are about to get filthy levels of culture. Filthy levels. Obscene, one might say. Well, you say obscene. I say just right. City number 9, Novo Pangaea. Love it. Oh, I need so much religion. So much religion to spread. 6 population cities when you found them are, well, they're quite obscene. I mean, I love them. Don't get me wrong. I would rather have these, but yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. City number 10 again on the same lake. Immediately gonna dunk you into the water. Look at that. Beautiful. More holy sites. Plus 4? No. Plus 10. That's what we're doing. As long as it's double digits, I think we're generally pretty happy with that. Oh, you might need to get back on land. Let's test the culture bombing aspect of this now. Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, does it need to be near fresh water? Or is it just water? Just 2 gold if adjacent to water. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with rivers at all. Love it. So I can just put it on the coast. That's fantastic. Oh no, the fire sign is back. Where are you? Oh, that's way too close. No. Okay, loyalty is not so much of an issue around Scythia, but I want to keep settling up to her, and I want to kind of lull her into a false sense of security. So we'll go for the cultural alliance once again. How about a religious alliance, Arabia? Might convince them to leave my cities alone. I like these forts though. though. And look at them. Ignore the giant men in them. So look at this one. Oh, it's even got a little fountain. What a cool mod. Oh, it's amazing. This is moving. Where's the fag? Oh no. We may need to fire break at some point. I kind of wanted to see how long we could go without needing to fire break. But if we've got to, we've got to. Now let's see. Do these culture bomb all tiles or just neutral tiles? It's all tiles. Oh no. Oh yeah, I mean that's just wonderful. Oh sorry Soviet, she's gonna get really annoyed with me really quickly. -10, we culture bombed one of their cities. Oh no. Still, we continue to settle. It's just wonderful cities. There's a lot of woods up here. That's the only problem. They are suppressing my holy sites a bit. That's just disappointing. Disappointing. Your cities overflow with filth. I've always thought that was such a ridiculously mean thing to say. It's just so like, oh, okay, I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest. It's not good enough for you? No? All right. I guess I'll try not to let my cities overflow with filth. This is progressing faster than I would like. Do I break this? Oh, do I put a break in? I don't know. If I'm going to, I've got to do it quickly. The only way this fire can get round is through this little stretch. So all I'd have to do is remove these 2 tiles. It just feels like such a shame, you know? Oh, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Still spreading. It's still spreading. I keep this missionary around just to keep an eye on it, you know? I don't trust the encroaching flames of doom. I mean, this is the thing. I could let my cities bathe in the delicious, enlightening fire, but it's the population loss. That's the problem. I know the yields are good afterwards. Just not sure I can stand the population loss right now. It's just brutal. I am aware, by the way, that we haven't built any of our street carnivals yet. That is a glaring hole in my strategy thus far. I am aware of it. I feel bad. I'm waiting for something. I haven't figured out what that something is right now, but I am waiting for it. Just enjoying culture bombing everything at the moment. We can really expand my tiles out so well, including this one. Just, yeah, Scythia, you want land, do you? I want your land more. The fire it is continuing, isn't it? I feel bad. Tell you what, I'm gonna, do I risky? This is the thing. Do I have the time to put down an improvement, steal these tiles, and then, remove it and then chop it? I don't think I do that. And if I steal this tile, which I can't because it's close to the city, isn't it? All right. Oh, I hate creating a fire break that goes against everything I stand for. Yet here we are. This is just a little something I've been working on in my capital, Chichen Itza. 2 culture to all rainforest tiles in this city, plus 1 production as well. I have, I think, 3 preserves that are hitting into this city right now. So hopefully we should see some rather obscene yields. Oh, I did build a street carnival, by the way, and we've gone exploration. I'm just going to make you wait. Just going to make you wait whilst we go into Merchant Republic. Extra district production sounds delicious. I'm going to put the double experience for Recon units card in, and then we're going to produce some of my unique Recon units. That could be fun. Colonial officers. Extra growth. Brilliant. But here we go. Here are the yields. Oh, my unique improvement now has 5 culture on it. This is a cultural bastion of a city. Oh, it's delicious. Look at the preserves as well. They're not even firing fully yet because I haven't worked a lot of the rainforest around it, but we'll get there. Don't worry. We're now back onto settler production. I'd come away from it briefly, but we do want to get as much of Dracones out as we can. So we're back on to have some fun. Speaking of having some fun. Sorry. It's kind of more of a sorry, not sorry thing, being honest with you, but it's still quite funny. We have industrialized. Brazil did it first, probably. Oh, that's a mine. Okay, let's get some coal in. Done. We actually have a tiny bit of coal. That's very useful to know. City number 12. Immediately, the missionary has just stood here, ready to go. Like, yes, I can do this. Let me at him. Let me at him. Yep, the fire did end up spreading. And look, Scythia actually has done their own fire break, which is annoying because that actually has reduced the theater square that I'm working in this city. Yeah, I didn't like you doing that, but still, you can't blame them. You can't blame them. And ta-da! It's our unique unit. They look very cool. I Do want to make more of these. Very much so. That is an encampment in my capital because, don't forget, we have Kabul and Valletta powering our settler production, which is very fun, especially as I'm still able to just turbocharge my economy by selling all of these resources every turn. There's the armory immediately in. Back to 3-turn settler production. Don't mind if I do. And we just go and try and sell all my Diplo favor. I can start to buy the wonderful military engineers. Get these railroads sorted. I want to be able to shuttle my settlers to the front line in like 0 seconds. Another wonder built. Forbidden City this time. 1 wildcard policy slot. The one thing I have noticed in these large settling games, especially when you have a lot of yields, is that you never have enough policy cards, and this is exactly what's happening to me right now. So bam, we've got steam power, colonialism, and another card. We lose the Recon experience card. That was going to happen at some point soon. I didn't know exactly where that was. That's fine. We'll switch over to colonial taxes now. It's looking pretty tasty. And I think Republican legacy just for the bonus happiness. Yum. 314 science per turn. Oh yes. Railroad is being built now. Let's now rush to military academies so I can pump out some recon units if I need. Oh ho ho ho, there was a flood on the tile next to where my settler was. Actually, no, it was on that tile. It just didn't kill my settler. Oh, I got away with that. City number 13. This one is on my own continent, which is not ideal, but still, it just means infrastructure is a little bit closer. That's 130 turns? Wow, there's no production in this city. This one might need a trade route. I think I'm gonna put a trade route in this one. I built the mausoleum at Halicarnassus because I'm just about to start using my obscene amounts of faith to get engineers, and I thought it might be a good combination. Ignore the huge smoking volcano next to mausoleum. That's got nothing to do with anything. Instead, look at Patala Palace with my unique district right next to it. Oh, that's quite cute. Diplomatic policy slots, an extra victory point. There's a lot to like about this accumulation of wonders. It's a better government, isn't it? It's starting to look quite tasty now. Let's put in Diplomatic League briefly because I had picked up a couple of envoys and I can now go in and scoop in Garzagamu, which was being killed, but now seems to be fine. Yeah, alright, well, we'll just assume that's all good. And we've got more settler production again. Don't complain, just accept. My first railroad, best of all the transportation. Look at that, 2 cities working together in perfect harmony. It's all about making a huge shuttle bus for my settlers. It's going to be lovely. Filippo, welcome, join in. Actually, all of my faith is going to go into engineers for a second. Wonderful stuff. My internal routes, by the way, currently worth 7 food, 5 production. Hey, that's pretty good. We can make that better as well as we go. One of the things I love about Civ and how it evolves is just the landscape tends to evolve as well. Instead of having to send my settlers all the way around, now I found this beautiful mountain pass, and that's the way the road wants to go. And I'm like, sure, that sounds great. Let's do that. Let's just enjoy ourselves on that front. Natural history. Hey, we can make a Copacabana and zoos and aquariums and all the fun things. Military science. Just switch over to Orage. Military Academy in my capital. I'm just watching the settler potential just going up and up and up. Another 3 production towards units now. We picked up Mendeleev, by the way, so he can get me some boosts towards all the fun things. Now I'm going to go for economics because I fancy Big Ben. I like the idea of as big a government as I can get away with. There's actually an opportunity here for me to just completely settle around Savia. Just like this, like a big U, and that'll give me access to all of this space behind Zulu. I mean, I don't think I'm going to quite get to the point where I'm settling around the entire world, but it's going to be pretty close considering the 110 population production I've got on settlers at the moment. This is big. I've got like 7 cities working settlers. A lot of bonuses all adding up now, and 438 science per turn. Scientific Brazil. Oh, I know Scientific Brazil is used in multiplayer a lot just for being a little bit crazy, and I'm really enjoying. I'm having a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Ooh, that all just melted. Let's ignore that. Colossus trade route capacity. Excellent stuff. As the traders are appearing, I'm just holding off on the new routes whilst I figure out where I need the roads to go. The road is the bigger problem for me right now. City number 14. Oh, this is very good fun. Just enjoying popping all the holy sites down, watching everything grow nicely. The Copacabana, I like the fact you get double the era score for building both of them. One of those little benefits to playing Brazil you don't think about at the time. Oh, I love it when Savia's like, oh, you put a pin down. Oh, well, tell about that. And I'm thinking, come on now. I'm gonna have to settle in random locations with no fresh water just to have a little bit of fun here. It's always the way. This railway's helping though. I've got about 7 settlers out at the moment. We're gonna go so far past my estimation of about 15 cities. The production in this empire, the ability to spit settlers out is just mad. Watch this. We have now cities number 15, which gives me nationalism, 16 down on this side, and then 17. I've even got some spare traders who are just ready to rock. Send this immediately back to the capital. Help me put roads down. We've even got missionaries around. Help me spread my religion. Oh, what more do you need from an empire? Religious tolerance, one culture, faith, and amenity for every city following my religion. That's the sort of thing that stacks with classical republic really nicely. So we're just trundling along. I am disappointed royally by the fact that my traders don't reach back to my capital. I'm actually going to move them. I refuse to send anything that isn't directly to my capital. It's just wrong. And look how good these routes are. They're amazing. I'm about to get the Diplo Plaza in my capital in a second as well, just to make them even better. Still having great fun. Absolutely great fun with these unique improvements, which now have a +1 culture because we did get nationalism. Get my unique battleship as well. Oh, that's a lot of fun. I forget how good Brazil is. Brazil are they're just a lot of fun. Everything about them, it's just so beautifully synced. Is this the best use of my money? Probably not, but I'm making unique recon now. Cause within Gazagamu. I just need to go and find someone to fight. I feel like a scrap with somebody. But who? Maybe Nubia. They've got 6 cities. We go attack them. I mean, Scythia's my bezzy. Too much fun. Too much fun having Scythia around. I like them. They're a good ally. Plus, as soon as they go into a dark age, I'm just going to let the pressure of the cultural alliance ramp up as I switch it, and I should be able to steal all their cities. It's like the sort of ultimate 1-2. Oh, and even better, I can very soon start to get Big Ben. That'll be lots of fun. Problem with internal trade routes, right, is that they can look as good as you want, and they are as good as you want them to be. But once you play Tokugawa a few times, it's just never the same, is it? I feel like Tokugawa is one of those really fun leaders that spoils the game for you. You can never really truly go back. No one is quite the same after a Tokugawa game. My unique unit gets a nice kill on a fellow Recon. Hopefully not the first, not the last. Go on, Brazilian cowboys, on your way. How many of these can I produce every turn? Depends on the amount of gold I've got, but normally quite a few. I have no idea where they're going. Like, no idea whatsoever, but yep, still making them. Normally I would go movement on hill terrain, but in this particular instance, I feel like Ranger is probably the choice. It's Votey McVoteface, and I need culture bombs because, let's face it, I don't have enough culture bombs going on in this game. No, sir. 3 votes on each of that and Scientific City-State, which won last time, and hopefully we'll get a point or 2. Yes. Amazing. Time to urbanize and then maybe go conservation? It feels like the different facets of Brazilian policy there. We want to conserve everything we have or chop it down to industrialize? Maybe both. Don't think I need the rest of cardinal stuff, so we're going to switch over now, I think, to architect, because this helps me make districts as well, gives me better builder charges, and gives me extra power and amenities in every city. I just like this as another choice. It stacks really well. It helps us to go as wide as possible. Keep running out of iron though. We are massively struggling on the amount of iron. I'm trying to build too many railways and we've just officially run out. So help me, game. Please tell me where the iron is. Actually, Geneva is giving me some of it. Very little of it is actually available to me though. We might just have to deal with what we've got or pray the AI eventually gets enough to sell to me, which is looking unlikely. Replaceable parts. If I had any farms, I'd be happy right now, but I do not. Diplomatic quarter. Oh, you thought my capital was good at producing settlers before. No. Now it's going to get amazing. The consulate is worth another 6 production. Chancery is worth another 9. I sometimes feel really bad, but not always. Just stealing resources again. Even building industrial zones. There's an amazing setup outside of the rainforest that should hit all of this area with a factory and coal power plant. Still got settlers on the way as well. So many cities producing these now. It's wonderful. Every merchant I get that gives me envoys just gives me more control over more of the map. And again, it's all the militaristic city-states. They are providing me crazy settler exposure here. And this is a lovely natural wonder. Wouldn't it be a shame if someone were to walk off with it? Or large parts of it anyway. Sorry, it's just a city-state. They won't mind. Oh, look at these tiles. Oh my lord. Thank you very very much. Here's a chancery. And now what do settlers look like? 3 turns again. Considering I have probably about 23, 24 settlers built this game, that'll do. City number, what is this, 19. Huzzah! Religion, immediately. Double coal, even better. Immediately slap down the plus 12 holy site. But of course, if you insist, kind sir, that's what we'll do. Chemistry. Oh, research labs are going to be a lot of fun. Well, what's up next? I guess I need some sort of easy power, something I can spam around a little bit. So either satellites or composites. Composites is more of the fun end of the tree, so let's do that. Although actually no, flight gives me tourism on all of my unique improvements, which, you know, I've got quite a few unique improvements, so we'll give it a good go. This is city number 20, and immediately after, city number 21. Big cities, big dreams. Well, bam. Religion immediately is spread. Hello, Auckland. Another 15% to all cities building anything, including Big Ben. It's quite handy. Sometimes you look at a government and you're like, what on earth disappeared? I have no idea what disappeared. I think the settler, it was the settler card. I wish it would tell you. I know that you get little exclamation marks, but sometimes it's not always clear. Ursa's struggling to keep up, so be nice. Because we have Mexico City, remember. This is the usual range of an industrial zone. Hits all of my core cities, but as soon as I put Mexico City on it, bam, just a couple more on the edges all get picked up, which is lovely. Tiny bit more production. We'll get coal power very soon. I've got 15 coal coming in per turn, and I'm not using any of it right now. Apparently I'm treading too close to the borders of Scythia. Do I have an alliance level 2? No. Oh, it's been really fun to be your ally, though. I'm not entirely sure I want to renew this. Like, this is the thing. My Recon units are really strong. They're not that strong. I mean, I'm going to do just about as well against Scythia as I would against Zulu, who is the person I am actually going after at the moment. I feel like I'm doing my own thing, so I'm not going to renew my alliances. I'm just going to be friendly with people. I do actually need open borders from Scythia because I'm moving all my settlers through, but if I can just keep settling around her and keep putting the pressure on, I think I will. Speaking of, city number 22. Building enough cities? No one's sure. Coal power plant, done. So the factory production has now increased to +6. I actually just stopped Scythia from putting a district down. Oh, I just culture bombed it right from under them. That's pretty harsh, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. See how much my tourism goes up. I'm on 48. With flight, I go to 189. Wow. Okay, that's not too bad. Currently, Scythia is getting 125 per turn, which is 1, and I'm gaining, I reckon, about 1 tourist as well, but we haven't actually tried to improve this at all. Let's just get open borders with everyone. So now you can see just how much tourism we are getting, especially if I was to put a trade route up. Okay. Again, I think we're going to need our tourism nearer 1,000 to 1,500 per turn, but suddenly that's looking really nice. Oh, that's an ironclad. Gee, that's really handy because I've got a bunch of random galleys giving me grief over in this area, so I'm just going to spring an ironclad on them from nowhere. I'm sure that's totally fair. Do I commit to the tourism victory? Do I keep going for science? I mean, ultimately we have the choice, you know? We've got free reign over everything. Let's see how much aluminium I've got. That will be a good test. Second, governor. Do we want extra builder charges or do we want extra district production? This is something that'll go really well because that'll stack with our holy sites. So when I make a new city, we get 25% production towards a holy site, another 10% to make it 35, and another 15% if it's the first district, which is then 50% total. So our holy sites, when we make a city up at the beginning, really powerful. Here is the industrial era. Now, we've got 22 cities and a 20 population city. All of that is very good. Oh, it's a lot of dark ages. Right, let's just have a look at loyalty. So we have Scythia on -2 on this city. This one's fine. That one's -3. That one's fine. So they're losing 2. Is that it? Okay, we need to put more pressure on. More pressure. But I could lean into the culture victory by going reform the coinage to give me some really good international routes, or we could go heartbeat of steam and get even more production from my crazy campuses, which I do have quite a lot. If I just show you my government, that would give me 130 production. So that's pretty good. To arms obviously lets me build stuff quicker. And then Hicksunk Draconas, I'm still making a ton of settlers and I'm really enjoying spreading into the space. And I've still got loads of it left, and I've got a lot of cities all producing settlers at the same time, but I probably don't need to go any further. I think think I'm going to go for culture, which means I'm going to go Hicksunk Draconas to keep settling to get as much land as possible. Now that our railways are going, I am settling the sides of the map very quickly. So flipping to culture slightly and tourism, I will start to send my trade routes out now to the far-flung reaches of the world. Savia, well, I'm going to steal all of your cities anyway, so instead of a culture alliance, I'm going to give you something that's totally useless, like a research alliance. I think I still might attack Zulu. Not because I need to, it's just quite funny. How much aluminium did I get? 10 sources of it. Oh, that's quite a few. Alright, I got to preserve over one of them. That's good. Oh yeah, I've got tons of it. Alright, maybe we can take out somebody. I'll just build the railway over. It's nice. It's nice when you have a game where all victories are open to you because the game is just going so nicely. Nuclear program has advanced considerably and someone keeps stealing Mittler. Please, where you are, stop it. 783 signs per turn now. Oh yes, that's very nice. This railway. It's also pretty nice. You can see my original capital and I've got myself little settler routes in all of the directions that I'm sending my settlers. It's a long road. Now down to the desert in the south. This is city number 23? Who knows? Who really knows what this city is? We've lost track. We've lost count. Xavier, again, you're unlikely to like this, but I'm now going to go and steal your crabs. Getting crabs from Xavier. It's just one of those natural things. I swear we've been building this for about 7 million turns, but Big Ben and the economic policy slot is available. Of course, I didn't keep any gold to double up in my treasure or give me 50% because I always forget because I just build it anyway. You can see I did have to build it next to a preserve. I miscalculated slightly. I thought that this tower was on a river and it clearly isn't. So that's why it's not quite complete like it was. Still very good though. Very, very good. Conservation as well. So tiny bit of extra tourism from the couple of walls I've put down. We're going to be building a lot more walls. And I can, of course, pray Renaissance walls in now, but thinking about it, the one thing I should probably do before that point is start to put some national parks down. Like, for instance, over here. If I just make one naturalist, we will see... Okay, already there's a bunch of places we can put down without even moving anything. That's without moving anything. Cool. I think we'll start with national parks because these are much easier to put down en masse anyway, and then we'll start building walls in a bit. Not really making settlers at the moment. We're going to take it out just for a bit. Rationalism has been luring me in for some time. Then we're going to hit liberalism and watch as my yields go boom with all the extra happiness. Oh yeah, 992 science per turn. Oh my lord. We've almost caught up with a regular playthrough that would have started from turn 1. That's the mad thing here. 1000 science per turn. Seems reasonable. That seems like a fair amount of science. National parks time. So if you just have a look right now with Scythia, we have 381 tourism per turn, and just by putting that down, it adds 27 tourism per turn. So these are little increments, but these are things that build very quickly. Like bam, another one. 436 per turn. This is how we push to 1000 tourism per turn as quickly as possible. Mass media. I prefer weight media. I find it more accurate. Just a little physics joke for you there. City planning, tea production in every city, and 50% production towards city center buildings. That's right. Time to throw walls out and power grids. 2 power in all of my cities. That helps research labs massively, and 2 amenities in powered cities. Beautiful. National Park, number 1. National Park, number 2. Why is it that National Park and map printing games are just so satisfying? I don't know. They just are. I really like logistics, but for a little bit, Limes is going in just that I can make walls super quickly everywhere. Because yes, I know the letter can pray them in, but when you can build them this quickly because of all of the modifiers I'm stacking up right now, you might as well run with it. Well, speaking of more cities, this is city number 26 and 27. Inspirational site of Chocolate Hills. I tell you what, if I saw actual Chocolate Hills, I would be inspired. I am very food focused. I just like, yes. Oh, even makes me excited thinking about it. I love the fact that Brazil actually loses out by putting things next to Chocolate Hills as well. It's like, nah, I'll just take a random bunch of rainforest. This is better for me. I like this better. Seaside resorts as well. I mean, we are playing Brazil. It only seems fair. Wow, that was 25% extra tourism from computers and a bunch of extra tourism from all the walls I'm building last turn. 446, that's about 150 more than it was. Amazing. Yeah, we're now getting 2 tourists per turn. We're now starting to catch up. 100 turns? We can reduce that that down. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. Oh, yeah, and flood barriers as well. Yeah, go on, man. If we can put these down, we will. Although actually, saying that, flood barriers are exactly the sort of thing that Valletta should be doing. Let's just go around, and if I see flood barriers anywhere, I'll Valletta it up. Good thing about Valletta and flood barriers is that flood barriers get more expensive on production the more flooding, or the more stages of global warming have happened in the game, and the more tiles you have to protect. Valletta just gives you the base cost, 160 faith, and it never gets worse, ever. That's why Valletta is just so strong late game for this sort of stuff. Right, okay. I mean, already, I'm seeing a lot of floodable land. It's a good thing we got here before we were the ones to ruin everything. Oh, my cities are they're just burning through Renaissance wars. It's almost a shame I'm not monarchy. I say almost. Oh, hello. What's that settler doing there, eh? You gonna try and settle in this location? I mean, you can try. If you feel like you can pull that off, then by all means, go for it. But I am in this area, and I am expanding quickly. City number 28. Wow. At what point do we run out of names, eh? Oh, yes, and of course, sanctuaries. Oh, these are fun. Like, it's just, I mean, they're not the best. They're probably not cost effective. They come into the game way too late. But name me a building, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, more satisfying than the sanctuary going into like a grove. I don't know. That sanctuary upgrade is up there with the best things in Civ. It truly is. Another fun fact about flood barriers, they cost 1 gold per turn for every tile they protect. It doesn't actually tell you that anywhere. It kind of hints at it. So watch this. 552 goes down to 551, means only a single tile is being protected. Same again with this city. Yep, just a single tile. This one, however, 550, bam, 2 tiles, because I've lost 2 gold per turn. And that one's expensive. Oh, but Valletta can just pray them up. I don't know who the god that Valletta pray to is, but it seems to be the god of sea defenses. We all laughed. We all laughed at the god of sea defenses until we started to truly believe. And then we were like, yes, that makes a lot more sense. Culture bombing. Oh, go on then. Refining. I'm pretty refined, I think, but I could always do with some more refining. 5-year plan, get in there. Apparently I've got 15 sources of oil already improved. That's nice. Yeah, there's gonna be quite a lot of it scattered around. Oh wow, like pretty much all of the marsh. And I've been putting my districts on the marsh quite deliberately. Ooh, interesting. All right, that sort of worked out for me better than I thought it would. So I don't want to get steel until I've got all of my walls up. So instead, rocketry. I don't want to go to another level of government just yet because I'll lose a bunch of tourism. And tourism is the one thing I'm gaining in large amounts. So instead, we'll bypass that and go straight to professional sports to get ski resorts. But most importantly, the most Brazilian of wonders there is. Rocketry. I'd like to discover the rest of the map. That would be cool. Professional sports. Oh, it's when you can unlock stadiums and aquatic centers, specifically aquatic centers. It's just my favorite thing. It's so good. Bam. Everyone's infinitely happy forever. Yay. Oh, it's the sanctuary yields. Here they are. They're wonderful. Amazing. This is one of my favorite capitals I've made in quite some time. This really is. Satellites. We're just burning through the eras right now. 1,500 science. Brazilian science machine. Actually, have I reached the point where the only thing I can... Oh no, I can do telecommunications. I'm just avoiding steel for as long as I can. I've got enough Renaissance wars popping up now, but I just want to avoid it. I like what I've got too much. As long as the city has started the Renaissance wars, we're okay. It's just making sure they all start it. That's the big problem. Social media has advanced considerably. I know it's good. I know that's exactly what I need to do, but it always makes my heart sink when I realize that I have inflicted social media upon the world. It's not good, really, is it? It's not good. Why would... That route was only available to cities on this side of my empire. I couldn't send it from my capital. That's so weird. Huh. Well, alright. Don't look too closely. Right, we've got to get steel. Fine. I've saved up a bunch of faith for this very reason. I'm going to go around and just... If Renaissance walls are available anywhere and they haven't started already, I'll go and pray them in. I've managed to avoid using Valletta for walls up until this point just because of the absolute mass of bonuses I have towards building walls. It just hasn't been needed. But cities like this, no. Might as well help out there. More national parks though. Let's just keep building them over and over and over and over. Just many national parks. It's always the good way of doing this. Thank you so much for another national park. Just endless national parks. New city number 30. I think that's going to be it. I have settled right next to Moreau. Yeah, they're not going to like that. But who cares? Additional grievances against you. You promised you wouldn't settle near me. How dare you? Oh, what a shame. It's the cheering and the celebration noise every time you do something like make a national park. It's like the game saying, yay, go you. Oh, of all the volcanoes to go. The one right by the stadium that's being built, that feels harsh. Oh, there's a lot of people just died in a lava explosion there. Oh well, it's like a sort of Pompeii situation. Everyone will come in and there'll be more tourism later. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm actually starting to run carnival projects now. This is genuinely the first time in the game I've been doing it. That is appalling. I apologize to everyone watching. I should have been partying harder at a much earlier stage of the game, and I would have got a lot more great people. Never mind. Nebia, honestly, the last 7 turns has either told me that my cities are awful or that they're built properly. Like, she just alternates from turn to turn. I have no idea what is going on with the AI at the moment, but she cannot tell whether she loathes me or loves me. It is honestly, I think, somewhere in the middle, probably. Let's not think about it too hard, eh? Let's just have a carnival by the volcano. Oh, those poor elephants. Let's not think about that one too hard and move on. Social media. Oh, I've been waiting for its wily charms. Raj, I don't need you anymore. Online communities. Oh, it's so wonderful. You know, in all seriousness, it is actually pretty good. Now we're getting a huge extra spike of tourism with everyone. We're halfway here. Scythia is actually now losing overall domestic tourists every turn, and I'm gaining about 5 or 6. So we should have this done soon. Hey, look, you can see all of the carnival projects now hitting 100 points, 100 points. Oh yeah, I really didn't use them anywhere near as much at the beginning of the game, but watching them all start to get used now is good fun. I just love how many great people points you pick up as Brazil. It's like 20% of the last one. So if the cost of the musician goes down, because last time it was accelerated because it was way above time, you can just like immediately buy the next one. It's like, yay! Brazil just plays great people collector. I'll take an artist as well as a writer and a scientist and a merchant and an engineer. Oh, such a collection. You love it. I'm going to take a bit of the punt here and try and get Scythia to lose 5 loyalty per turn because she is massively struggling here. Theatre square buildings, please. It would have been good to have city centre earlier, but never mind. Ooh, that's a big explosion. And again, that poor stadium has been burnt to a crisp about 7 times now. That's not ask great. Oh yeah, -5 loyalty for Scythia, which means this city is now not loyal. That one's not loyal. This one's not loyal. Amazing. This one's already flipped. Haha. An opportunity to actually use our scouts. Quick, to the front line. I promise we hadn't forgotten about these. We just literally had no opportunity to use them till this point. Environmentalism up to 1,182 tourism, and we're now getting 2 per turn with Scythia. She's doing her best. She's not losing tourists at the moment, but I'm now claiming about 10 per turn. So yeah. Great people, anyone? Anyone? Yeah? Cool. Don't mind me. It's just so many points afterwards. Oh yeah, literally the next turn. We must have gained a huge chunk of tourists there. Oh, I love Brazil. We didn't even get to use Eiffel on Eiffel. That's the ridiculous thing. It's my favorite thing to appeal to all tiles in my nation. Very, very handy when you have a bunch of national parks. Oh yeah. And we've already got nanotech and we're starting to tech up to the booster projects now. That's the ridiculous thing. And again, literally the next turn, we gain another 4 great people and it just cycles through and through and through. Oh, it's so beautiful. The culture victory. Winston Churchill. Okay. Buildings constructed. Quite a few. Cities founded. That was one of the bigger games in peacetime. I mean, I literally stopped settling because I couldn't be bothered anymore. Districts. Quite a few. Great people earned. Oh, hey, can you tell when I did Carnival? Culture. Yeah, the game can try and keep up with me, but it's not going to. Faith. Same. I took the lead within 10 turns. Science. Yeah, Brazil science game. Strong. Coupe was having a gold game, as was Zulu. Religions founded. I got in there nice and quickly. I like late starts for that. And wonders constructed. Huge. Units killed. Quite a few. Units lost. Not a single unit. I just noticed that my science massively fell off there. Someone took Geneva. 15% and another 15% in my empire. Yeah, 30% science is a lot to lose. Plus, let's just give ourselves another, what do we say? 700 or so? 2,200 science? Something like that. Yes. Brazil. What a beautiful game. Clearly not the most balanced, but one that I had a huge amount of fun with. And if you want to play with the extended units and infrastructure mods that I've been playing with, I would strongly encourage you to go to Discord. It's so much fun. You can get all of the mods you need to, or at least the lists of them there, and the save save files that I use for every game on the channel. Play alongside, have fun. Trust me, this map, it very much was worth it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you don't mind doing the usual stuff of liking the videos and subscribing to the channel, that massively helps me out with the algorithm, because my word, it's being a pain right now, but it's all good. I'm off to go and play another game, which we'll be playing after this video. Stick around, check out what I'm doing. Until next time, see you later. Goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Waller Bear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Sharky Bates, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Mr. Awesome, Frankincense Battlezord, Sleepy Lab, Bookaluke 79, The Nickerman, Bob Loblaw, Davalex, Geography Teacher. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!